Hello, and thank you for being a part of the voluntary self-discovery of our program of Framing Your Thoughts Writing Program. That you now have been provided materials and supplemental materials to support this program within your classroom. Just very quickly, a sum up of this program and what it can do for your classroom. Basic question, what is it? If you haven't used it before and you were unaware of the program prior, I think that you'll really like this program. It's a multisensory approach, meaning that there's hand gestures, the students can get up if they need to. There's vocal responses, there's visuals that the students can look at. So even if a student doesn't exactly get into the hand gestures associated with something, there is a visual and there are keywords. So at some point in the instruction, you can get each student to participate. It does focus on writing structures as far as capitalizing the first letter in the sentence, using periods, and it works all the way up to how to make a good paragraph. And for the older students, it'll even break down the different types of paragraphs and how your writing needs to change for that. And within your materials, they have been given very specific lessons, which naturally you can cater to your classroom. They're very broken down, and you can use them rather quickly. So this isn't the type of program that it's going to take you a long time to understand it or learn it. I think I spent all of maybe an hour looking through everything, and I really felt like, wow, this was really great. I could probably teach a lesson, at least the beginning part, because it's just those initial sentence structures that we're all comfortable with. It's just a matter of incorporating the visuals and the hand gestures. So the program is broken down into two parts. Part one explores your basic sentence structure. And again, depending on the age group and where your kids are at, you may be starting at different points of the program. But the way that it's set up, I think that every kid could benefit from your basic sentence and just start at the beginning. And as you can see from the image, there's lots of visuals, there's little post-it notes that are already made for you, obviously. There's these green cards that you can use, which if it were me, I would probably laminate them so that way I can use them as manipulatives over time. And once you get your hands on it, you'll have a better idea what I'm talking about. Part two focuses on the construction of the paragraph. So this would clearly be for your kids to have a better idea of how to write a complete sentence, and now they need to be able to write a slightly more extended thought. So things you need to know before you use the program: definitely explore the 2 CDs that come along with your program. A lot of the things that are in your manual, they've already made a printer-friendly version on the CD that you can either print off and amass numbers or obviously make copies. I think that there's a couple things like the visuals that if it were me, I would probably print off, enlarge, maybe even color code them a little bit, and then laminate them. But how you do that is entirely up to you. I'm clearly a very visual person, so I like things to be able to refer to at any given moment. So if you have a bulletin board in your classroom, this would be really easy to make a reference board if that's something that you wanted to do. Like I said, another suggestion, certainly you don't have to do this, within your CD, they've made visuals, handouts, all sorts of things that you can use to supplement the instruction. Certainly make copies for students so that they can work on it as you go, so you're not limited as far as resources. It might even, depending on the grade level, be helpful to consider working up to writing binders, especially if you have kids that are switching classes for reading and writing and things of that nature. And that they can slowly add to. So as your writing gets a little bit more complicated, if they need to refer back to a visual that maybe you used several weeks ago, they've already got it in their binder. And for kids that already have an organizational goal, that could be something, as well as getting the students to embrace being independent learners, independent thinkers, and learning where to get information. There's certainly no harm in looking at the visuals as often as you need to, but certainly learning where they can access those visuals, be it on a board in the classroom or within a folder or a binder that they themselves can access at any given time. And that is the program. As students learn the gestures and the symbols, this would actually be a really, really great program to incorporate with your knowledge and your use of the classroom of your CWS knowledge and program. It would pair wonderfully with it between the progress monitoring and the meaningful instruction associated with this program. You will most definitely feel that sense of confidence with instruction if you don't already with writing, but certainly have a number of different options for your students to be able to interact with the curriculum and hopefully over time become more self-confident as far as their writing is concerned. www.projectread.com is the main source of this particular program, so you can certainly go there for additional information, supplementals, or ideas for the classroom. Certainly use the DVDs that have been provided for you. They're certainly helpful, and the instructor goes step by step of how a typical lesson could look. So thank you for being part of this voluntary exploration, and good luck and enjoy the program.